this wonderful weekly Monday open on 19th of May. Wonderful weekend we had behind us. Quite a flip. So far we came from 52% shorts to even 61, and that was a quite push yesterday what we had, even a little bit of volatility both ways. And we opened up the market with 51 today. So yeah, we a little bit middling on that one. Let's see how that's gonna go today and tomorrow. It is what it is so far. We had a quite volatility day yesterday. We kind of expecting it. We was talking it today as well on the streams and on the voice chats with the guys, with the mentors. And it was something special. It's been a long time we saw that kind of price action. You can say whatever you want about it, but we make some new highs of it. So far, so good. But this is what so far it looks 51%. There is some room to run it up higher, but we are struggling right now, and we're gonna go by the charts in a second. Let's have a look on the liquidation map, and yeah, we took the whole top side with the big ass levels and yeah, heat map of it. So far twice even we went higher, and now we are getting to the lows of it, and still we didn't break that significant structure. We are heading to it. We're gonna go by in a second, and so far, yeah, we are taking the low liquidity of it. Let's see how that's gonna play out. I just want to go on the monthly and see how that looks like. If we start adding some more pockets, yeah, there is some in the middle of it, not much, but some stacking on it. Let's see how we're gonna play this out. So far we took the biggest one. What you could see, there is some room to run higher, but maybe we're gonna go lower, grab the lowest one, and we're gonna bounce from it. Who knows? Let's see how that's gonna play out on the charts in a second. So far so good, like we predicted. We make the higher highs from it, even on the closes and on the wicks. So good. If you're gonna hold the lows, then it's all fine. Now some bits. We had quite a nice big balls above and below us through the weekend, and some of them we took majorly, some of them got pulled, moved, and you know how it is. Some of them got scared or they moved lower. Either way, we took most of them, and now we are heading to the downside of it. They start to stack them. They are not artificial, not all of them, so they are getting quite thick on both sides. Let's see which one gonna be pulled and which one we're gonna hold or bounce from it. It's all gonna depend how the New York's gonna be opening right now, technically right now, so it's all good. We are on time on it, so yeah, keep in mind we can go both ways. We can go lower. On the top side we don't have that much bits. They got quite significant pulled. They are not that heavy on it right now. We are focusing locally so far, so yeah, it's still good. Price actions get hold, and let's see which way we're gonna go and take care of it so far. Then let's go to the charts. Can we see? I guess we can. Yeah, Viking 3.0. Yeah. Yep. Let me just check the Discord. Yeah, all good. All right. So let's start with the VIX. Quite important. We had the dump from it, and we came back into the previous range what we used to be. Significant, we was below the 19 points. Right now we are a little bit above that, you can say. Let's see how we're gonna hold this. If we start holding the 19 and heading to 24, we might see some pullback on Bitcoin and the rest of the market, obviously. And the only thing what I don't want or want, it all depends about how you want to see the market. You don't want to see or see the flip on 24 points. If you flip that and we're gonna go ahead to the highs, then eventually we're gonna have a major dump, and the market's gonna retrace to the lower price action what we mentioned before. And we're gonna have a look on that one later on as well. But that's the kind of the indicator. Technically we are right now middling on that. If we're gonna see VIX going to the lower points, then all fine. Bitcoin's gonna head higher, and the market's gonna be in healthy position. Still, we didn't break it. the previous structure what we created on VIX. We're holding it. So right now, like I said, we are middling. This is quite important flip if we're gonna see it in today or tomorrow. There are not major news events coming up today or tomorrow. I guess the one's gonna be on Thursday. I saw it. If I'm gonna find it right now, I guess. I cannot find it today. I need to get used to this calendar. Anyhow, I guess it on Thursday was one of the major. If someone can help me out on the chat which one it is, then it's all fine. But so far, we're not gonna have a major events. So all good. Market should be stable by its own instead of relying on any news. And yeah, let's have a look on how week's gonna be in a couple of days. But so far we are middling. It's still good. If you're gonna face to the 24, nothing major. It's still okay. If you start to flip that, then yeah, we might see bigger events or bigger moves happening in that occasion. So the one it was. Jobless claims, yeah, that one on Thursday, yeah, exactly. So that one is quite important, but let's see. So far, so good. Our hodl bot, yeah, technically we had a nice counter trade on it. It's a bit wide on the stop loss, but still it was a quite good one. It sold. It's in USDT right now, and let's see how that's gonna play out further. We are in the range, back into the range. Now, on the whole metric side, quite a significant sell-off and pressure from the shorts. How you can see it right now, and the price action from Sunday was horrendous. It's been a long time we had that. It's been a good flip, and yeah, we've been mentioning that already, that we got to have a squeeze, and we're gonna take out some liquidity, and we did it even twice in a row. So it's all yeah, happened yesterday on the Sunday before market open. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, all good, all good. Just doing some marketing info. All right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we had a quite nice run up to the highs, took liquidity 100 X's and 50 X's, of course, and then part of the 20 X's as well. Not all of them. I'm surprised. I really thought we are gonna go and take all of them, but it is what it is. We had a sell-off from it, and those 4-hour candles were horrendous. It's been a long time I saw this kind of price action, and you can see even on the money flow, it's been quite up and down. And now we are stable, kind of like technically. But the whole thing is we flip in the point of control. It's been over here for a long time, below around 94, sorry. And right now the point of control is on 103k. It's quite a flip what we have right now, but we need to hold it. Technically right now we are a little bit below that. It's fine. We have a pullback from the high to the lows. So far we didn't break anything yet on the 4-hour and on the high time frame. Just the low time frame got a little structure break. That's all fine. On the 4-hour we still holding it. We can take the liquidity below us and have a little push from it to go higher and retest the highs if you're gonna hold that. So far, if we're gonna stay below the point of control and trade below that, we might find the way to the lows again to the 94, just because there is no volatility below us and only quite a lot of liquidity. So there is some magnet and there is some free falling happening just because we test the previous structures below us. So technically we don't have anything much to hold us, just the liquidity what's below and some bits what's left. So that's on the metrics, and like you see, like you can see on the money flow as well, large caps came from the 61% already to the middle. So that's already like quite a flip. Alt still on the lows of it. We didn't have any kind of bigger push from the alt shitcoins as well, and the stable. So that means we are a little bit more in USDT and USDC than in the coin sell-off, right? Hope that makes sense. You can see that even better on the ecosystems. Like we had a quite nice spike on the USDT, Bitcoin went a little bit down, and Ethereum picked it up a little bit higher. So that's already surprising. Not that significant, but still it's trending a little bit higher than Bitcoin. The rest of the coins still, ecosystem still a little bit lower. It's still fine. We have time for it. Then I want to go by Dixie. We had the flip, right? The V bottom. We're still holding it. Technically, we're grinding higher. Like I've been mentioning already on the previous streams. We create some higher structure, and yeah, we still try to grind it higher and maybe go and see if we're gonna find any rejection on 102. If that happens, then it will be as well good for the Bitcoin to have some pullback on it, and then we might spike it higher. Let's see. So far, it's still going strong, unfortunately, or how you want to see it. Total 3. We had some drop off from it. We came, you see, even on the yesterday on the Sunday price action, we had some quite significant moves from it, and we still dropping off from it. So yeah, it's a significant drop off from the market as well after we had that liquidity grab, you can call it. I don't want to say it's a fake out or something like that. It's just a liquidity grab, and yeah. Let's go now by Bitcoin and some levels, the most importance. So finally, we have the daily and the weekly higher close all time since history of Bitcoin. So that's really, really good, and it's I'm happy about that. And like you see as well, from that open, we had a significant loss of the level, and we went lower back into the range, technically what we used to be already from May the 9th. So that's already 10 days we are here. And the only thing what is holding us is the February level. That's the only thing, just because, like I mentioned already previously, all of the structure previously below us been already tested. So it's not going to hold it anymore. So far, the only thing what's holding is the liquidity and the February level. Lose the February, then, like I said, we're going to grab the liquidity below us. We might find the bounce from it. If not, then we will go lower and retest the 97. Back to that small support structure what we formed before we went higher. So, and as well mentioning, like already through the weekend and last week, the band that's been like literally it's been a long time. I saw that strong band as well that's formed above us, and it didn't even move with the movement of the Bitcoin what we had Sunday, and the overlapping order blocks over here as well strong, and we still forming that resistance above us. So it's literally we've been struggling with this resistance. Right now you can see as well that big sell off from it. So it says as well enough that yeah, we're gonna struggle for a little bit more. So the thing is, what we literally want to see is grab anything from here maybe, and then come back and form any formation like this. So support, flip, and February, and go again for the swing high. Then you will see any action from the daily and weekly open. That means you're gonna have any kind of maybe pullback from it as bearish backtest, and then try it again. If not, we're gonna flip it in once, but you need to have a strong move to do that. So far, if you're gonna if you have that significant big sell-off from the open already, then means we might struggle with regaining that. Still fine. That's going to be all fine. If we're going to continue go higher, that's all fine. If you're not going to lose any levels, then it's nothing is lost yet. We are still in the range. Like I mentioned, we came back into the range. Let me switch off some things. That's going to be easy to see. I mentioned the 106 level already quite a long time. That was the daily flip, the highest daily close that we have. Right now, we changed that, and that's already a little bit higher than the previous one. That's good. We had the flip. We closed above it, even on the daily and the weekly. Monthly, we still didn't do it. That's the next step to do it. And maybe we're going to see then the whole all-time high and go skyrocket from it. But, and what I want to mention as well, the highest 4-hour swing levels, we richly reject that one to the T. that's really nice to see that the level's playing out. And right now we came back to the previous range what we have, and yeah, failing the mid already, failing the highs, and we still holding a little bit of the lows from it. That's same as February, I said. So that's the last resort what we need to have to gain or to keep going in the direction that we go to the upside without even losing this level. So far is so good. Then predictions, what we used to have from the last week as well. I'm quite surprised how this played out. I even mentioned it like to the both sides, and it plays out to the T. I'm surprised about it. I didn't realize it that it was gonna be that accurate. It's funny to see, but eventually, yeah, it happened what it happened. We had the both ways, and right now, yeah, it can be a nice scalp long so far, but still be careful. There is some pressure to the downside. Oscillators as well. We are middling since already like longer than a week. We didn't go above that. We have a negative cash flow on that one. RSI is middling below the MA level, so there is some pressure still to the downside. Any move right now higher, it's gonna be that cat down bounce, and we might see rejection from the daily. You don't want to see that because that's gonna be quite bearish position so far. You want to flip that gain and go higher. So yeah, so far so good. That's gonna be your first and the next resistance. We can delete that one. Yeah, that's the most important levels what you need to keep in mind on it. Just hold the February. If not, then definitely back to the December, grab the whole liquidity and have a bigger bounce. Still, guys, don't worry about that. Nothing's changed. Nothing is lost and changed if you're gonna have that, just because we didn't break the whole structure, right? If you're gonna do this. And a daily. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, so the thing is, like, we can go to 91 and 90, that's all fine, but then I suggest to be only a week into it and come back and close anything above it, because when we start closing anything below yearly, then that's done. We change the structure, we break the structure on the higher time frame. Yeah, V bottom. Yeah. Yeah, I'm showing it.
So you can give yourself an estimate, like I do, 200 to 250K. That's probably where I think Bitcoin will go in this bull market cycle. But that's just by going by Fibonacci extensions. But that's just like we already know there's probably 30% chance like that will be right. So anyone who's trying to put all these numbers out there, like it's going to go to exactly this number because of the M2 money supply stock. And look at the fucking equity curve here. This is like, dude, all these models can suck a fucking dick. Excuse my rude language, but it's true because anything can happen. And blue sky breakout, there's no resistance, so it means that there's nothing to look like when things go down in price from a high point. It's much easier to determine an entry because you have prior history, so you know what happened in the past. So you can look at it and say, well, it found support here, so I'll probably do it again. Let's place a trade on the basis of that and wait for other parameters to set or have confluence with that. So you have history, which you can look at, and you also have the nature of markets can only really go down 100%, and they can go up thousands and thousands of percent. So most people who buy things, they buy things for things to rise in price because you can make more money or percentage can go up higher. Short selling is intuitively not a natural process for people to think about. People buy things because they think they're going to get better and go up in price. Most of the people are like that. But short selling is kind of counterintuitive to what we do as human nature. We want to buy things because we think it's good. You don't really, and also, you know, if you go back long enough, there wasn't really the tools to really like have the aggressive short side. You couldn't bet on the downside. You can only say, I'm going to stay in this and then rebuy it because I think it's going to go up. So the trade was really, I think it's going to go up. I'll sit in something which won't depreciate faster than the asset itself. Anyway, we're going down this whole fucking rabbit hole. But I'm saying, ultimately, my point is there's loads of support underneath BTC. No one knows where it's going to go. We're at the all-time high. It's got support underneath it. So buying those levels is the way to go. And no one knows how far. I think, like I said, it's blue sky breakout. And also, you got to remember as well, with blue sky breakouts, it's not only that there's no resistance above you, there's also no like way of understanding or having a prediction on what's going to happen in the actual global market. Like, if fucking Trump messes up a trade thing with China, or there's a fucking nuclear bomb, or Putin decides to go crazy and invade Georgia, like, that's going to, again, be things which we can't foresee, so we can't predict. And if you try and predict and you get it right, it's usually down to luck. It's just a fucking, if I say 250k the top and we go there, I'm not going to run around the races telling everyone that I'm a genius because I said it was 250k. I'll maybe do a little bit of gloating for Twitter, but I'm saying I won't realistically be like, I knew exactly that was going to happen. It would be more down to luck. But yeah, it's a good chart. It's just good. And look at SPX all the way back. I was saying, guys, we're going to go back, retest the all-time high. That's what we're getting. There's been a little bit of a shudder because of there's a few different. I think basically the futures market there's a lot of new shorts which has entered the SPX futures market on NASDAQ and the Chicago Mercantile, as well as the New York Stock Exchange. So there's been a little bit of like, okay, futures seem to be betting down on this. But I would say we're pretty much close enough to the all-time high to have SPX come down a little bit. We always say this a million times, the price is different to the value. And there's no way that the stock market's going to go back to prices in 2020. We're not going to sustain prices back at 2020 for a long period of time because of all the new currency that's been printed since now and 2020. It's like I always fucking say it, legends. You always know if there's $1 million in the economy and something costs $1, if you then have $2 million in the economy, that thing that costs $1 will now cost $2. It's not because the value went up. It's just because the price had to equate for the new dollars in circulating supply. If you increase the circulating supply of the dollars pricing the thing, the price of the thing will go up, but it doesn't mean the value went up. It's just sticking to staying along with $1 million in the economy, then $2 million in the economy. Everything has to double in price just to keep up with, obviously, inflation. Doesn't mean the value's gone up. The price has. That's exactly the fucking same as SPX. That's exactly the same as the Dow Jones. Exactly the same as Bitcoin. Everything goes up in price because there's more dollars bidding on those things. The things that are good are the things that go up in price faster than inflation. And that's when you actually make an increase in value. And if you look at SPX, it's very unlikely we're going to be trading at a price lower than 2020, considering the amount of fucking currency the government printed. So I would say that fair value would be around, in terms of 5,600 points. So if it goes back to 5.6, we're chilling, and that's actually nice support. So between 5,500 and 5,600 points, that would be where I think it would base its support. And then again, over the months and years, the SPX will begin to go up again. And that's what we're going to see with Bitcoin. We're likely going to see it go into its next bull market phase, and then it will probably come back to, eventually it will come back to 70K. Maybe 69K will be its next bear market low. But we know it's not going to stick around there, because in 2 years' time, do we really think that the price of Bitcoin, if I just go on my daily chart, I'm looking at my charts, you guys probably can't see this, but yeah, so if Bitcoin goes to 200 or something like that, and then comes back to 70 or 69K, that would be pretty plausible for me to just wick below the all-time high at 108, go back below 108 or 100K, back into that area, freak everybody out, and then continue. It's not like in 4 years' time, there's still going to be the same amount of currency. There's going to be shitloads of more currency printed, US dollars specifically. And that means that that's why every low is higher and every high is higher. But the great thing about Bitcoin is that it's growing and it's appreciating faster than the global inflation rate, which they say is fucking 4%, but it's bollocks. It's 10 to 20%. And during COVID, it was about 30%. But we know that Bitcoin's gone up just through, let's just go this whole cycle itself. Bitcoin's rallied 600% in a year. So we know that actually longer than that. That's actually going back nearly 2 fucking years now. 22. yeah, 23, the start of 23, now at 25. So almost a year, 18 months ago, the price of Bitcoin's gone up 600%. We know that that's an increase, appreciation faster than what the inflation rate was. We know that inflation wasn't 600% new currency created, because that'd be 6 times. That's not what's happened in the last few years. Anyway, and I was going to mention as well, fucking Matic. I think Polygon's a really good buy right now, Legends. I bought some more Polygon today. I think ETH's going to continue to rise, and I think a lot of these second layer solutions are going to moon with it. Crow's looking really nice as well. Link's in a bit of a in the middle zone. Solana. Also, Sui. Everyone's talking about Sui. I don't think Sui looks that good. I think the Sui army need to chill out. I'm not really seeing it, to be honest. I think it's actually at a fib level as well. I think StuTube would like this one. No, it's at the 618. High market cap though, so I don't know. I think Sui probably comes up a little bit more to like 4.6, and then it's probably going to come down for a high low. I don't know. I just got a load of fucking no coiner / just got into crypto people who talk about Sui all the time, and I don't know. It's just going to have a lot of competition, so I think it's probably going to come down a little bit further. It'll go up to like 4.6, and I think it's going to come down for a high low at 2.7, and $2.7 to buy is probably good. And my Nike trade is looking good as well, Legends. I got into Nike at like $52.95. Now we're trading at 62 with the yield of 3%. That's cutting out generally what the government say inflation is, which is good. And gold, there's a lot of guys calling the top on gold. And I don't think it's just yet, but I think it is coming in the next 6 months. Stock to flow is ridiculous. Someone's ringing me. Nope, stop ringing me. And then with also with gold as well, the purchasing power of gold is the same as around 1980s at that bull market high. I'll have to quickly check. Basically, in the foreseeable, or let's just say in our recent past or history, in 1980, gold went to $870. That was in history the highest purchasing power for gold ever. So even if the price is at $3,200, when gold was priced at $890, you could have bought more things in the economy than today. Actually, that's just recently changed. So at this point, gold in the economy, fucking hell, one second, I'm getting loads of phone calls. Yeah, so I think we're close to the top for gold, because historically speaking, we're at all-time highs, or let's just say the last 200 years of purchasing power for gold. And yeah, it will come back. There'll be a cycle into other stuff. So it's going to go, because obviously if you think about it in terms of logical sense, if the purchasing power is at an all-time high for gold, that means in the economy, you can trade the gold for lots and lots of things, whether it's goods, services, products, real estate, other things, silver. So there's going to be a lot of clever investors who will say, well, I can go and buy up loads of shit with my gold right now. And they will do that. And it will usually be in today's market, they'll go buy stock shares and indices, and that will be what will pump the stock market. And also the stock market went down 20%. So if it goes down, if the stock market goes down to 5,500 points, that's going to be a nice entry for people who are in gold to go back into the stock market. But having said that, I think gold could go a lot higher than it's ever done in its purchasing power. I still think that gold could go to the top of $10,000 per ounce. I don't think that's impossible. I think $10,000 could happen because, yeah, we're at the all-time high of purchasing power for gold in the last 200 years, but it doesn't mean that it can't go further than that and have even more purchasing power than ever in history because of the fiat currency debasement we're seeing. Anyway, I went a bit of a rant on that one, but I'm just trying to think of anything else. I'm just doing basically my update. I'll probably do another video later. I'm up for it today, but yeah, BTC dominance, actually. Everyone was saying BTC dominance is over. One of my friends watches Ran the Man on Crypto Banter, and he was saying it was over. No, not yet. It's not over yet. I think dominance has got one more last hurrah, if you like, in terms of where it's going to go. Because I think Bitcoin's going to break us. My God, I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, we can. Shall I take it over?
Fuck me, Mondays. That's all right. Mondays. I just blasted them off. But I'm saying, yeah, the BTC dominance. I reckon when Bitcoin, because the thing is 70. I think it's a 70% chance Bitcoin carries on the bull market above 108. 30% chance that we've hit a top. That's why I head short. I would say that because Bitcoin is so close to its all-time high, all other altcoins aren't. Look at Total 2 and look at ETH. They're not even halfway up towards their all-time high yet. I think ETH's trading at 2.7 or some shit. 2.4, and 4,100 is its all-time high. So it's almost 40% lower. So when Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, I reckon it's a huge last rally up to maybe the 200s, maybe even higher in a big euphoric push. All other altcoins sell into Bitcoin to chase that rally. BTC dominance has its peak, its spike up, and then dominance tops. And then that top will probably be the top that will never be retested. Because you look at dominance, the chart is pretty clear. It's going to go down over time because there's an infinite amount of new altcoins you can create. And there's not with Bitcoin. You can't create any more Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's dominance in relative terms to the size of its cryptocurrency market will always fall in time because you can just keep creating new companies, keep creating new tokens, which will always subsequently build or have market cap and market share, meaning that Bitcoin has to keep going up in price all the time for it to keep up. It's like the stock market, right? Stock market is growing. It used to be $100 trillion, now it's 150, then it's 200, now it's $250 trillion in market cap in the stock market. Gold, 17 trillion. So, yeah, dominance will fall, but I think it will do its last top, and then we'll have the big altcoin season like we did in 2017 and 18. Actually, no, it was before that. 16 and 17, then the bear market 18, 19. But the bull market for altcoins happened after Bitcoin topped. Everyone chased Bitcoin. It went to $20,000. Bitcoin then fucking nuked. Then altcoins essentially pumped because that's why Bitcoin went down. Bitcoin was falling in price quickly because all of that Bitcoin was being sold into altcoins. And that's why altcoins went up and Bitcoin went down. And that's what you saw on the chart. Anyway, I'm going to make that phone call quickly, and I'll just be in the background listening, legend.
I have no clue where I left off, but let's go by Bitcoin last couple time frames, and then I'm gonna take over on some alts. Yeah, some push up from market New York Open always, right? Some volatility into the market. Right now, we really need to see today hold of February, hold that we will go higher. Definitely gonna retest the daily and weekly open, like we said. Either gonna be a bearish retest or we're gonna flip it and then you're going off. Any rejection from that level, then definitely I'm not sure we're gonna hold the February then anymore, and we will go lower to 97. I've been saying that already for quite a long time to retest that. If not, we still can go back to the previous range. So that means this range, instead of it, trade into it and then start to gain any levels and go higher. Lose yearly open, then that's done. I don't think I agree with Max, but still I don't think 91 is gonna hold us just because there is not much structure in it. And if we're gonna start closing anything below yearly, we change the whole structure and we break the whole high time frame structure. I'm the structure guy, so that's the thing what I'm going by first. Anyhow, this is the point of view what we need to keep an eye on it right now. Any retest of the daily and weekly, that's what we want, and go higher. Any rejection from it, then deal, it's done. Fail now, then yeah, definitely we're gonna grab the liquidity and maybe we're gonna have a bounce from it. That might happen as well, right? So something like this. So grab the liquidity and go higher from below us, because still there is quite a lot to take. We took most technically all of them already on to the upside. There is some 20x left above it. not much, not really much focus, but yeah, if we want, we can go. It doesn't matter, we still can leave this behind us. So far, so good, I guess. There is some potential movements on it, and yeah, we are back in the range. That's all. Trade the range as it is, so this is all quite potentially long. On scalp.
Right, remember the range song? I can't remember what the range song was. We used to have a song for in the range. If anyone remembers that song, that's OG shit.
Song in the range. I don't remember that. Sorry, my brain is off on that shit. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was years ago.
So that's the potential of the moves, what we can do, right?
What's everyone in the community saying in the chat?
Then,
anyone got any questions? Crypto Beauty says, I remember that. I can't remember the song. It was like...
then she can
what the fuck was it?
If she remembers,
yeah,
she can come
Crypto
up and
Beauty,
sing it.
come and serenade us with a love song about the range.
Anyhow, like mentioned, daily open was highest in history, so that's the daily highest close, and weekly. That doesn't mean we price action been higher. We've been higher on the week, so that's still sets on 109.6 as the higher all-time high. But the closest we are right now on the highest, so that's quite good. Literally on the daily, we see some potential of going to the downside on the strength, and as well our lovely wave master showing and facing to the downside as well. It doesn't mean we need to go lower or as low as possible, but still some pullback is and can be good. And we are off for a pullback, to be honest.
On 91, bro. That 91 level is going to be an absolute diamond of a trade. Close a CME gap, leverage up 69x with StuTube on the side. Yeah, that'll be a nice long. And it will be, yeah, I think a lot of people feel like they've missed this move. And you just got like crazy shit, man. Like I just see it in Dubai as well. Like so many companies are just using Bitcoin as treasury. Even Grant Cardone now takes profits from his real estate business and just puts it into Bitcoin. Obviously, you know, Saylor does that with billions. He's got $41 billion now.
Dude is on fire.
Entry at 69. You're even seeing it on like apps like Revolut Business, and you're seeing it on Weo apps and just like fintech banks where they have like literally got a section now where you click treasury for your business account and it just has what do you want to buy? Gold, Bitcoin. You're like, what? Bitcoin. Like, so I can literally now on one of my business accounts just turn my cash for a 1% fee into Bitcoin. And you can get it lower as well because on Revolut retail, I've got the Ultra account. You can get it in for like 0.2%. So it's like Bitcoin's going to turn into the savings account. It's going to turn into, like my ring says, the World Federal Reserve. And everyone's just going to be market smashing like on all these fucking things, just using savings technology, and it's just going to get crazy. It's just going to turn into the SPX, but it doesn't go up average 6 to 8% a year. It'll just be like a 20%er because it's at 40 at the moment annualized. So annualized return on Bitcoin's 40%. If you just average every single year it's been around, that will probably go down in time to 30 to 20, but it's not going to get down to 8 for like the next 100 fucking years. So it's just going to be a thing that appreciates faster than inflation, better than anything else. There might be some bubbles in some other sectors, like there might be like a craze in AI, or there might be a craze in like, you know, with the weed stocks and shit. They had a little bubble. There'll be some bubbles which will outpace it for sure, but they won't be long lasting. And Bitcoin will just be that kind of march up higher. Well, I think it's almost there. I don't know. I just can't see if the fundamentals don't change and the blockchain gets stronger every day like it does with all the blocks being created, and there's no big, you know, seismic shift in computing where a quantum computer can take out the blockchain. Even though even a quantum computer couldn't take out the Bitcoin blockchain, it would only be the wallets attached to it. In terms of fundamentals, I don't know. I think it's hard to say, but we've got like an easy fucking 30 years of just it going up annualized at like between 40 and 20%. So I don't know. And if you compound that, I got a compound interest account with Nexo. It looks very bright just to even use compound interest strats. And I always say, like, I have 25% DCA, 25% swing, 25% scalp, and then 25% high, or let's just say high risk investments. If you just do that and you're not stupid enough to get it wrong more than 50% of the time, there's just no way that if you have a long enough time horizon, that you just can't become wealthy with crypto. If you just do that over and over again and you just get it right 51% of the time, you're going to make money. So I don't know. It's crazy to me seeing all these people losing money. It's just because they get too attached to either some sort of weird idea, or they think they're too clever, or they get too confident, or they use too high a leverage. All of the things that are all the things that human beings can't control, or it takes effort to control, human emotion. Those are the things that are fucking making people lose. It's just, if you just take it really steady and you just do it every day and you just take it step by step, it's not hard. Just DCA every day with a small amount of money. Play the swing trades with some sort of automated strategy. For instance, the hodl bot. We had a whole fucking third party, analyst come and have a look at it, and it just works long term. And then you've got your scalping, which are high probability setups. For instance, buying 91, and then maybe doing short hedge at where we are now. And then you've got your high risk investments at 25% of your portfolio, which you're just basically putting money into shit without even thinking about exiting. It's just you buy it and it's a lottery ticket for potentially doing 100x. And then, if it does do 100x, then take profit. So it's going to get interesting. And ChatGPT 5 is coming out in 2 months. And apparently they're going to have it so you can plug that into your browser, and you can have it so it can do automated tasks, and you can get it to use wallets and shit. It's going to get fucking mental. Anyway, any more questions, Leggies? Anything else you want to add, Adrian?
Yeah, I just want to go over some alts and finish the Bitcoin on the high time frame.
Lovely. I'll be around. I'm still here.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, mentioned daily, highest close, weekly as well. So far, if we start closing weekly, I mean, that's going to take for a while, a couple of days until we're going to close that. But we have the negative cash flow into it. So if we're going to close on that one, we might see some pullback, of course, right? Monthly, that's going to be interesting. Technically in 2 weeks it's going to be a monthly close, so quite interesting how we're going to close it. If you're going to close it literally above 102.3, yeah, that's really bullish still on Bitcoin, but we are literally overdue for some pullback as well. So we might see the next one open up, come back, and then go up, right? Something like that. Anyhow, so that's gonna be on the Bitcoin. Yeah, we still see some small pullback on it. Let's see if we're gonna have a continuation. That would be nice. Anyhow, any retest or rejection from the daily, it's definitely a small short. If not, if we see any flip on it, then we go. Longs are in. Long position missed February. It happened. Don't worry. We're gonna come back to it anyhow. We've been already four times on February, so the fifth one might come as well. You never know. It is what it is. So, yeah, let's go by some alts as well. I just want to mention first thing first, ETH, because that's been already popping up, and yeah, it had a nice move. Right now, it's still struggling to holding it. Let's see. I mean, it's already lost the structure just by the close of it on daily, 4 hour as well. Right now, let's see if we're gonna regain that and have a continuation on it. Would be nice. If not, then definitely, like I mentioned, 2.082 level. It's gonna be and definitely a bounce back from it. So far, yeah, it need to regain its levels. Oh, let me switch the dailies open back to, if it's gonna load quicker, would be nice. No, okay, let's go by another one then. Hype. Same thing as a Bitcoin. It had a nice big up movement. There was some volatility just because of the news about the Bloomberg, and they've been quite high in the news. Of course, they could, because they need to be. Right now we had some sell-off on it, quite significant as well. We came back as well into the range right now. We're holding the mid of it, still good, still fine, nothing to worry about it. Either way, we're gonna come back lower than the yearly open. All fine, we still in up movement and kind of bullish if you want to say about it. Nothing to worry about it. And to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna be worried if you're gonna come close to 21 and between the May, so 21, 20, that's a significant, really good buyback from it, because that's bounce going to be really hard and significant on it. Definitely. Still going strong, and it will continue. It's one of the best movers right now and strong holders in crypto world. So it's a hyped one, like the name as well. I love it. I'm all about it as well, same as Zeus. So yeah, potential good long for me, scalp long for it to have a continuation. Flip the Q4, then definitely the weekly and the daily. All of the coins gonna have the same issue. We're trading below the daily and below the weekly. We need to flip that to go higher. Any rejection from it, you will go lower to retest the low of the levels. That's on all of them. Going by injective as well, just because I love that one. Yeah, that one as well, quite significant moves from the weekend, and we had some nice grabs of liquidity. We trade a little bit lower than previously. Still fine if you're gonna keep trading above May, and that's all bullish and all fine to buy or to invest into it. That's my opinion. Sui, yeah, for me it is, and it will be a quite strong coin just because of the moves what he had from the lows right now, and those supports what we create here. Break anything below May, then we still are quite good to go higher. Either way, if you're not gonna go below March, so still a lot of potential to buy, still a lot of room to go, and there is definitely potential to go to 409, just because it's a resistance, and we went through 3 of them, quite big resistance, and right now we are going even higher. So yeah, it's good. And if you're gonna continue these movements, then you know what's gonna happen after we're gonna break out some highs and regain this daily. So we're gonna continue and do the same move. 2 times the charm, I guess, and you're gonna see the same movement, definitely, 100% on it. So let's go by Solana. Bit slow lately, but still good. It had a nice higher high from the previous swing, so we regained that. Right now we're technically a little bit below, rejecting it, still fine, but unfortunately we broke the structure. Yeah, the highest structure we broke, but we still holding the support, so that's good if you can hold that. If you're not gonna break that, still gonna be fine. No, I'm not worried about it. There is some room to run to grab some liquidity, fill up some gaps below us, and then you have a continuation. That's gonna be all fine. Eventually it will pick up. It's a strong coin as well. It's a famous one, and yeah, like I said, quite strong as well. So I'm not worried about that one at all. And let's go by some charts that people want to look at it. One was, let me find it. Which one was it? Mondos? This one? Moody? Prabhu, are you here, Prabhu? It was on Moody's downgrade or whatever. Anyway, I don't know which one is it. Is it this one? Is it Moodang, you mean? Okay, I'm gonna go and take another one then. Crow. That's been long. Yeah, so Crow, it's a weird one. I'm trying to step out of it. I had it somewhere, I guess, on the list. No. Yeah, fuck it. I'm personally, I'm stepping out Crow, and from the whole crypto.com ecosystem, just because the rules what they implemented end of the year. So it's not for me anymore. I'm stepping out and I'm trying to sell everything slowly. I don't care that much about it. And to be honest, yeah, it had the good moves already, and we did the bigger swings, and we are right now holding the low on a weekly. Yeah, we do. Let's go by daily. It's gonna be easier. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. I'm moving everything out. Everyone needs to do whatever they want, but I'm moving everything out. I have nothing anymore on the card, and I'm not using anymore. That card's gonna be declined.
Here's something. Here's one thing about crypto.com, which is quite interesting though, because they're going weird on Europe with all the regulations and shit, because they have to, but the Dubai government literally just signed an MOU with them saying that crypto.com is essentially merging with the UAE government, specifically Dubai, so that people can start paying for government services with crypto, and they'll use crypto.com to actually facilitate those transactions. So if you want to get around all the bollocks in Europe, obviously not everyone can do this, but if you move to Dubai and you do the process of getting a residency card, you can then sign up to crypto.com with your Dubai ID or your Dubai license, and then you literally get the same level of regulation as like the financial state of Dubai today, what it is. So it's super low regulation, no tax, no fucking corporate, nothing like that. You can move it around as much as you want. You don't have to do a KYC for every fucking wallet you send money to. So I think, yeah, it's not great for Europeans. Crypto.com's just going to get hit with by regulators, and they're not going to go away in Europe, especially even the US, Europe. They're just very, very, very tight on it. But having said that, the world is not just Europe and the United States. So with Dubai, it's a pretty good. It's just really good now, because I've now got an account with the UK, and I've also got a Dubai account, and you know, I can actually do way more shit with the Dubai one than I can the UK one. So I'm just going to slowly move over money. The only thing they don't have 100% right now is the card set up in Dubai. It is coming, but it's not like 100% done yet. But even stuff like yield and shit, it's just like I'm just going to slowly transition all of my money from my UK crypto.com to my Dubai one, and then have both of them sitting there just for a backup. But I'm just saying that crypto.com as a company, I don't know. It's obviously the product is the fundamentals, and the product is good, but it just gets regulated a lot. But I think with crypto.com, like getting in bed with governments and shit and doing deals with the government, that's when companies really become unstoppable. Obviously, they can fail, but if you think about a company like AT&T, for instance, with the United States government, or you think of a company like, you know, an internet provider company which actually operate with the government, it just becomes very, very difficult for that company to fail quickly, because obviously the government use it, and then the government will back it, and then the government will subsidize it, and all that kind of shit comes into play. So the more the crypto.com get in bed with governments, I think the better the longer term vision for the price of the token rising, because you know you have to buy the token to participate in the platform in loads of different ways. So I don't know. I think crypto.com is going to be a good one for the long term, but short term maybe there'll be some volatility because of regulations. But I don't know. Yeah,
they're going to start reporting
crypto.com
everywhere. So like if you live in the States, you can't use it. Like they're reporting to every government. So they're going to be full government reporting, which is the annoying part.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing with companies that grow big. Governments do get into it. I'm just saying, for the user experience, it's bollocks. But you can get around a few caveats, because if you just go and move to jurisdictions around the world, for instance, Panama or Singapore or Dubai or Malta or Estonia, you can create accounts with those ID identification cards, and then they won't ask that information from you in the first place, because you're a citizen or a resident of that country. So
the thing is, it's, I guess, up to everyone how they treat it, and if you are fine to that the company as crypto.com, it's informing the government about everything what you do, then be my guest and use it, because still the product is good. The reason the shit is the regulations of it, right? So the rules what they hide it behind it. So it's up to you if you want to use it, yes or no. If you are in Dubai, then you are happy guy, you can live with it, and you can spend it and you can use it. In AU right now, when you ask for my opinion, Chaos, I'm not using anymore. I'm literally gonna delete my card because it's already wiped out, and I'm sold almost all of my Crow as well, and took it out, and I'm not gonna use it because it's not used for me anymore, just because of the regulations, right? So that's the whole idea. But the product is still good, right? If you can or if you want to use it like that, and that's up to everyone actually. And I mean, you are lucky if you are living in Dubai, then you are good. If not, then yeah, that sucks. That's my whole take on it. But eventually, yeah, it sucks because they
Well, it's
used
not
to
even
be,
like
and they're gonna be always the biggest one, right? I said as well like a couple days or a week ago, like they will be a big company still. It doesn't matter what kind of regulation they have, right? Even the name Celeb, like dude, they're the only one who have crypto that come in the name or only, right? So
it's ridiculous.
everyone's
One other
gonna
thing
know
as
them.
well, bro, is fucking. I'm not even saying like whether it's like lucky being in Dubai or Singapore. I'm just saying that what people are going to start doing,
Yeah,
and you're
move
seeing
around.
it already happen, is people are going to move, and it's going to get cheaper to move to places like Dubai. Like
Yeah, of
Dubai's
course.
expensive now, but it's going to get way cheaper. And like they're opening up loads of laws and regulations here, which are like opening the borders up. So like you can come here for like 6 months now on a working holiday thing. So you're just looking for a job. Actually, it's called a job seeking visa, and you get 6 months and you pay $100. Like that's crazy. Like you can just fucking you get that. There's 150,000 people moving to Dubai a year. They're only making 80,000 fucking units, so they have to keep building. So it's like I'm not saying it's not. It's just down to like what's going to happen is people are just going to not want to participate in Western and European. Well, let's just say Western in general, but it happens all around the world as well. It happens in other Saudi countries. It happens in Asia. Look at Korea, like happen and Japan. Like they're all the fucking same. I'm just saying that there's going to be a brain drain from nations of people who are prepared to take the risk to leave, and they maybe are younger because they haven't got a family or a structure or a community they're a part of, and they just go fuck it. And like you're going to see that happen more and more with people who have money in crypto because there's just no point like living in England right now. Like some people will sacrifice the 40% or sacrifice the capital gains tax at 28 just for they want to live in England. But I just think that trend of people putting up with the tax is going to go away, and the doors are opening to places like Dubai and places like Malta and Panama and fucking Singapore's a little bit more difficult. It's like old money. It's like $1 million to get a citizenship, but you're going to see other countries. It's going to be a competition. It's going to be awesome because you're going to see other countries, for instance, South American countries. You saw it with Argentina. You've seen it with even American states like Wyoming are doing it. Obviously, El Salvador. We all know the countries which are doing it, but it's just the start. Like this is just going to get more crazy. Even Medellin, when one of my friends lives, he was saying like, bro, like literally, there is nothing here. They don't give a fucking shit about where your money comes from or what you do or how you use it. Is your money. Obviously, that comes with pros and cons, but I'm saying like overall, just because there's one bad actor in amongst 100 good actors, it doesn't mean the 99 other people should pay the price of that one bad actor. There should definitely be a more structured system where there is higher regulations for certain things, but you can't fucking just slap like crypto.com have with the regulators in Europe. Just say every single transaction for anybody who does any transaction have to account, give the fucking wallet address. Is it non-custodial or is it from exchange? Like all of that shit. That's like going and trying to tell people in the United States that they need to like write a receipt for every transaction in US dollars they do. Like, bruv, like no, like that would be a fucking civil war against the government again. If they try to enforce anything like that. So it's just down to what happens with each individual country and then what their policies are on it. But the regulation is too much right now in Europe. It's even my dad in England cannot trade in a easy way. He can't even get exposure to Bitcoin really. Like there are ways, like you could probably use Coinbase and get 3%, but like Nexo, no. Any levered exchange, no. BingX, no. Like you just can't. You can't even get in. And it's just like, no, it's not. That's not gonna. That trend needs to change if England's gonna have, or the UK or the US are gonna have any chance when, all this shit just turns super crypto. But anyway, fundamentals.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I as well. I'm not struggling, but it's getting hard from Holland to trade, but it's still okay. But it's getting worse and worse. So yeah, let's see how that goes.
Yeah, they're all smoking weed at the top, scared of it.
That's the only
You
thing
would think that Holland would be a bit more. You think Holland would be a bit more like open-minded.
Nope.
All that weed going around.
They only try to look like, but they don't act like.
That's what most people who smoke weed are like, mate. Yeah. They're all fucking actors. We're more hipster than most of these weed smoking fuckers. They're all just for show. We actually walk what we fucking talk.
Yeah, unfortunately, they smoke all of the brain cells out of them, so that's what you get from it. That's the government over here.
Yeah, the chimney is the brain cells leaving.
So yeah, it is what it is. That's why I say, like, I'm to finish up the conversation. I move out everything from crypto.com, and I'm gonna look for different ones. Like the Tangerine one I sent, I'm kind of looking into it. I'm not sure if they're like 100% sure or accurate with and everything.
Might
that
like
they say.
Plutus as well, bro.
Yeah,
Plutus is quite good.
Yeah, I'm looking around.
I know loads. One sec. There's one called. Let me just quickly get my phone. I'll actually be able to tell you a couple because there's loads of these other ones. To be honest, mate, Revolut's actually quite good now.
I have one as well, but they sent as well some things to government, not everything, but some. Definitely in Holland. I'm not sure in every.
Good.
Which one?
Strike. It's by what's his face? It's called Strike, and it's by who was his Mallers? Can't remember his first name. Something Mallers. He's pretty big. And then Tap. Nah, don't bother with them. They're a bit weird. Swishborg is okay. Plutus. Revolut X was quite cool, actually. They got a crypto exchange they got now. Exodus is obviously just a fucking hot wallet. No, Monzo's shit. Crypto.com's shit now, but I still use it. Revolut. I got Weo Business.
Yeah, for now I'm sticking with Revolut. I have a ByBit card as well.
They did hit me though. Revolut smashed me 2 weeks ago with like the whole shebang. Like, why did you send this transaction? What is MDX-ALGO? Where did this come from? Why did you send $10,000 at this point at this time of day? Why did you break up transactions? They sent me like a whole list of shit. We need 3 months of bank statements. We need to know that you own the company which you sent the money from, because have a business account with them and a personal account, and it's just all this fucking bollocks. To be honest, I managed to just send them a load of stuff, and they've kind of backtracked a little bit. And they've said that they need less information now. So sometimes you just need to say to them, like, I don't have this information and I'm not prepared to give it to you. What's the minimum I can give you? And then they actually do change, because they were asking me for way too much shit. And I was like, I don't do invoices. They were like, we need 3 months of invoices from your Dubai. Well, they didn't even know it was Dubai. They were like, we need 3 months of invoices from your company. I was like, I don't invoice because there's no fucking tax. There's no VAT. So what do we invoice for? And they were like, oh, okay. Got around that one. But yeah, it's just loads of shit, man. Hopefully Rev is basically the better version of crypto.com now, but Revolut will.
So far I didn't have any issue with them. I mean, I'm careful with them as well because
they'll go down the same road though.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. One day or another, they will come close to it. Definitely. So that's why I always look out for another one. But yeah, so for now, Revolut's gonna be my main private or business wise as well. Let's see. I have ByBit on the side as well. I have some more, like the Dutch ones, and 26 and that kind of stuff. But that's kind of like Holland personal things.
Yeah, I got to jump, bro. Fucking now 6:30 already. Got another call.
Yes,
mate.
Yeah,
great stream, dude.
Take over a little bit more. I'm gonna go buy some coins, and I will send you the link later. I saw the message.
Yeah, baby. I'll speak to you guys later. I'm done. Cheers up.
See ya.
Legends.
All right, so yeah, let's wrap it up on Bitcoin. If you have any questions again, guys, let me know. Any coins or something, if you want to go buy still, then yeah, let me know. I will have a look on them. Yeah, we still have some nice push from it. We try to go higher. Let's see, we're gonna regain the whole shenanigans. It's still a lot. We have a fair value gap, of course, to close. If not, then we're still fine if we're gonna leave it behind. We're facing to the upside, but that's why I said, like, we need to watch out what we're gonna do. If we're gonna have a rejection from this level again, then yeah, lower it was gonna be. If we're gonna flip it, fucking amazing, we go higher. That's what we want. And yeah, keep an eye on the February level definitely, and the weekly open right now, because that's gonna be the range which you're gonna play. And always play the range. Like same over here, it was a quite sticky short because this was perfect. I took that one, I got out most of it over here, and the rest got stopped out a little bit. I didn't bother to re-enter. I was too late, I was doing some different things, but it's still good. And so far, yeah, I'm still in the long. I didn't take that one. I'm still in the long, so I'm gonna take profits over here and see what we're gonna do. So far, most of the coins are a little bit in the red. Some of them are a little bit deeper. Let's see how we're gonna continue. It's not like most beautiful weekly open. I mean, it's a great one that we had the highest open on the daily and the weekly, but we rejected quite heavy on that one. Still, we're keeping in a range. Keep that in mind. It's a range. Play it first and then see what's gonna break out first, right? Same thing like we did previously in the weekly predictions. Like that played quite close to each other. And yeah, let's see which one gonna take over so far. There is some liquidity above us, some 20x left. There is more to the downside. And keep in mind that we might see any volatility as well, because shorts are still stepping in and pushing price lower, and we are flirting with the point of interest right now, what's flipped from being on 93, 94, I guess it was, to now 103. So if you're gonna stay and trade below that, then we might grab the rest of the liquidity and the low volume area below us, and then we're gonna have maybe the continuation. Hopefully, that would be cool. If not, range it is, like we always do first, and then we're gonna pop out, right? I hope it makes all sense. It was a little bit all of the places market update. I'm sorry, I tried to keep it a little bit straight, and yeah, Max did this part as well. So so far, keep in mind we are in the range still, and let's see if we're gonna flip the weekly and hold the February. That's all for today. Tomorrow it's gonna be Sirius on the stage, who's gonna cover from Viking. And if you want, please go to the general chat and congrats Viking on his newborn Bjorn. So he's gonna stay a little bit with the family for a couple days, and so far me and Sirius gonna take it over. If you like it or not, I'm sorry, it is what it is. We do our best. I hope it's gonna be fine for you guys to do that and to hear us more this week. It's not gonna be bothering, but we do our best. We're covering for Viking, and hopefully he will gonna be soon with us, because we all gonna miss him, right? So yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Love you all. See you on the flip side, and see you tomorrow.